never mind. No one's gonna care. Okay. Hi everyone, this is Brittany from Just Be Crafty. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, thank you so much for coming back. For today's video, we're going to do a Joann Fabrics haul. So I went off to my local Joann's. I thought it'd be fun to test out and try some new gadgets. So let's look at what I got. First up is the Boy 4-in-1 crochet tool. It basically looks like a Swiss Army knife, but with crochet hooks. So I thought that that would be interesting to try out. I don't know how practical it is, but that's why I wanted to get it. I wanted to find out so you don't have to. So, okay, so this is kind of neat. Okay, and these are my first impressions. So all of this stuff is in its package. So this is the first time I'm seeing it right along with you. So if you extend all of the hooks, this is what it looks like. And actually, what sizes are these? Does it say? Oh, okay. So we've got a 3.5mm hook. We've got a 4.25mm. So that I think is this one, the silver one. Next is a 5.25mm. And I think that's this green one. And then the largest size is a 6.5. So it's nice. So it ranges from a 3.5mm all the way up to a 6.5mm. So I guess, I don't know when I would really need to use this, other than when, you know, I'm on the go and, you know, I need a crochet hook. I don't know how comfortable this would be to work with. And so let's go ahead and make a swatch.
Okay, let's get our slip knot on here and let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm already having an issue with this. So see, the hook doesn't lock in place. So the second I try to stabilize my pointer finger on it, it just bends forward. Okay, this is really annoying and really difficult. Okay, so I guess if I hold onto the hook itself and not the little like Swiss Army body part, I can work with it. I just don't see a scenario where I would ever need this hook. Let me try one of the other ones. Okay, let's try this hook now. So we're trying the silver one, and let's try to do a foundation chain. So I can already tell that I'm going to be able to use this one much easier because in the direction that the hook is facing, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm sure there's ways to describe this, obviously, but see, I'm able to stabilize my pointer finger on it, and it's because this hook is facing in a different direction. I don't know why Boy wouldn't have just had it so that way the hooks actually lock in place. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not sure about this. And obviously it's going to be the same on the other side. This next hook, it's going to be the same thing. So see, it's facing in the same direction. I'm able to actually use my pointer finger to stabilize it. And so I'm able to use it just fine. But I know that the other hook on this side, yeah, so this one, let's try it. I know I'm not going to be able to use it because I know the second I push on it, yeah, see, it just goes, it flops downward. Yeah, I definitely think that Boy missed the mark on this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that this one's a pass.
Next up, I wanted to try the Susan Bates cushion grips. I thought these were really interesting. So these are actually grippy handles that you can slide onto a regular standard needle to turn it into like a grip type crochet hook. So let's see how that works. So it says it fits a size 3mm all the way up to a 6mm. And I'm going to try it on my 6mm hook. The pack came with 2 and it retails for $3.99, at least at my local Joann's. So let's try to just kind of, it's kind of an unpleasant sound. And it doesn't really give any instructions on how to do it. Okay. I don't know, maybe this one was smaller and so this one's for a smaller hook. Let's try the other one. Okay, this one's going on maybe a little bit easier. Okay, I'm trying my hardest right now and my hands are like, it's making my hands like sweaty. But I'm trying my hardest and I cannot get this onto my 6mm hook. I don't currently even have a hook like this that's smaller than a size 6mm for me to even try this on. I think it probably would go easier on like maybe like a 4mm hook, but, and maybe it's user error, but I think that I'm going to go ahead and say that these are a pass. Next up is the Crochet Light. And this is a size 5mm crochet hook, and it looks like the end of the crochet hook actually lights up. The little tagline for it says crochet anywhere, even in the dark. So we'll see about that. Okay, so it says, so I got it out of the box, and it says remove tab. So I'm just gonna pull that out. It's really nice actually. The handle is actually all plastic. This black area here is a ribbed a rubberized texture. And so it's really actually super comfortable for where you would naturally want to rest your thumb. On the side, there's a little switch with an on and off button. And right in here is, I'm assuming, where you would keep your batteries. So I'm having a little bit of a hard time opening that, but I'm sure that this should work. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch this on, and oh, that's so cool. So it just like, it lights up. That's so fun. Huh, okay. I don't know if I'd be able to crochet in the dark with this, but this would actually be, what actually this would be really nice for is crocheting with a dark color. So if you're crocheting with like a black or like a deep purple, those colors can tend to be really hard to see when you're working with them. And especially if you're a new crocheter, if you're using a really dark yarn plus you're new to crocheting, so you might have a hard time distinguishing where your actual stitches are. This might be actually really great for you. Let's go ahead and give this a try.
Okay, so let's get started on this foundation chain. It really handles just like your standard acrylic or plastic hook. I really don't personally like to use plastic hooks really ever, especially with acrylic yarn. It makes this really like loud squeaky sound, so I'm not really crazy about it. But I do really like the idea of this light. It does help, and I think it would help if I were using a dark yarn. I can't wait to try this in the dark, so let's go ahead and turn the lights out. Okay, so we're in a really dark room, and now the only light I have on is this crochet hook. So it's really crazy, and I feel like the camera isn't really doing it justice. I'm actually really able to see my yarn a lot easier than what you can see it in this video clip. The crochet hook is actually making the yarn like a little bit too bright that you can't make it out, but actually when you're in person, it's essentially just like a little flashlight, and you can see your stitches really well. So actually, if you wanted to crochet in the dark, you totally could with this hook. I think that's really fun. Like I said, I'm not really into acrylic hooks, but I think this is really neat, and I think I'm actually going to keep this. So I highly suggest that if you've been looking at these type of hooks and were curious about trying them, they actually do work, and I suggest trying it if you're interested.
Next up, I thought it would be fun to try out these Lion brand stress relief gloves. It's supposed to be comfortable support to make your work easier, and it's for knitters, crocheters, sewers, and quilters. I don't know about you. Typically when I knit, and not really crocheting, but when I knit, I tend to get a little bit sore right here in my wrist. And actually that was happening to me last night. So I'm curious to see if these little, like, they're kind of like little compression gloves, or at least that's what I imagine they are. And if you turn over onto the back, they have a hand size chart. Actually, let me try, and I didn't notice this when I bought them, but I just bought a medium because I figured that would work. But you actually put your hand on the size chart, you put your knuckles over these little different colored bars, and the one that matches the width of your hand at your knuckles is the size you should get. So actually, looking at this, I should have gotten a small and not a medium, but we'll see. Maybe they're not true to size. Maybe they run a little bit tight. So let's check it out. There's this really nice like cobalt royal blue color. This reminds me of, never mind. No one's gonna care. Okay. Oh yeah, these are actually tight. Well, I mean, I know they're supposed to be tight. I mean, I imagine they're like, you know, like the compression socks that you might have for working when you stand a lot. This is actually really nice. It really like squeezes your wrist in. These are nice. I think I'm gonna try these tonight when I knit. I'm working on a pair of socks. So I think, ooh, these are nice. And I've been knitting for like hours in the evening every night. I mean, when am I not knitting for hours in the evening, or crocheting for that matter, but still. I might have to try these out. I feel like I look like a superhero or something. I really like these. If you're a knitter or crocheter and you have like some wrist issues, and you know, I haven't actually tried them out yet, but I imagine these would work. It feels like it just like really sucks your wrists in, and it just feels so comfortable. Next up, I got these cute boy brand gift tags. And these are they're really nice. I thought that they would be fun to give a try, so let's see what they look like. You get 12 per pack and they retail for $2.47. So that's a pretty good deal. And you could of course make your own on your computer and print them off onto cardstock. But these are definitely on a nice cardstock. The front has a little bit of a sheen to it, and then the back is more matte. And the front says handmade by, where you can put your name, and especially for, where you can put the recipient's name, and it says handmade for you. And then on the back, it says size, fiber, and care. So you can write down the size, you can write down the fiber, and then the wash instructions. So it just has wash, dry, iron, and special instructions. So you can put those there. When you take the time to make some homemade goodie for somebody, you want to make sure that you give them instructions to care for it in the best way possible, so that way you know that all the time that you went in to make something for someone, they're able to enjoy it for many years to come. I think it's a really great option, and they're really inexpensive if you don't want to make your own. You could of course make your own, but these are really cute. I think I'm going to use these. And what's a Joann trip without getting some yarn? So of course I had to get some yarn while I was there, and I've seen this yarn for a little while now. I know it's one of their newer lines, and it's Big Twist, which I believe is an exclusive to Joann. This is their cotton line, so this is very comparable to Peaches and Cream or Lily Sugar and Cream yarn. So each ball is 131 yards, and it feels very comparable to Lily Sugar and Cream. While I was there, it was buy two get one free, so I went ahead and got 6. They typically retail for $1.99 a piece, so that's not bad. That's super comparable. I'm pretty sure that that's what a similar size of Lily Sugar and Cream skeins come in. I got 3 different colors. I got pastel blue. This one is sage, and this one is like a little bit variegated, or it has like, I guess I don't even know what you would call this, but it's not a solid color, and you actually get less yardage on this. I didn't even notice that. These ones are 96 yards a piece, and this is a really pretty color. It's the color Coral Splash. That perfectly describes it. Coral Splash. So yeah, so I thought that these 3 colors would go really well together in like a washcloth or a dishcloth set. Be on the lookout for those coming soon. I do love making dishcloths, and those were my first like claim to fame. My most famous pattern, well, probably not anymore, but my first like pattern to go viral was my seed stitch dishcloth. So I'll make sure that I have that linked down below for you if you'd like to try it out. It's a knitting pattern. If you're not a knitter, I'll make sure I have a crochet dishcloth pattern too. So if you have some cotton yarn and you've been wanting to make a dishcloth, go ahead, try that. Dishcloths just make such great summer projects because first of all, they're made with cotton, so it's a little bit cooler than working with like things like wool. But yeah, just little projects like maybe a bag or a dishcloth, those are so much fun for summer. So I'm so excited for summer projects. But anyway, that's all I got from Joann's. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, be sure to let me know by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel so you don't miss a new video. And also leave a comment down below with your favorite item from this haul. Stay healthy, stay safe, and have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!